In the United States, the public education system has become a national dilemma. It seems we're always reading or hearing something about the widening academic gap that millions of our children are experiencing in key areas such as literacy and math. It is connected to many of the most paramount social issues of our time, ranging from student dropout rates and teen pregnancy to unemployment and incarceration. In California, nearly 1/3 of all 8-year-olds cannot read at a basic level. In San Diego, about 15% of adults have not completed high school. And in limited income communities like City Heights, many students are still miles behind the more privileged peers in other neighborhoods.
The Hoover Clusters, we call ourselves, of the City Heights Partnership for Children. The Hoover Cluster is centered around Hoover High School and the 2 middle schools, Clark and Wilson, and then the 10 elementary schools. And this group of 13 schools meets regularly to cast a vision. And our vision is around creating the conditions where all children in our community become actively literate, contributing, participating members of society, and make a positive difference in the world.
The partnership came about because we wanted to make sure when we're talking about this diverse community in City Heights that all voices are heard. So when I take my Edison team to the partnership and the other teachers or other schools take their teams to the partnership, there's a teacher that represents the school, 2 parents that represent the parents, and then there's also students from the high school.
Being able to be involved like on the Hoover Cluster as a member, us parents being able to really speak up for what we want to see happening, it gives you an empowerment, a motivation, and a drive. So it's like, I'm really excited about what's going on because I recognize that without that, it would have been more of a struggle for me to make sure that my kids succeed.
One of my favorite things to do is to actually engage with parents, and I do that twice a month. One of the programs is Coffee with the Principal. Parents come in, have a cup of coffee, and we talk about academics. We talk about how parents can get involved. We talk about some of the things that are upcoming on the calendar, some of the things that parents want to see at the school, because once again, this is a team effort. Brings a big smile to my face when we have our Family Fridays and our parents come into the classroom and they're able to read one of their favorite books they bring from home or borrow a book from our classroom teachers and read that book to the students. Because I see on our campus when adults are building relationships with each other and with the students do that between themselves. And I see some beautiful things that students do for each other and to each other to make this a wonderful place at Edison and make this a wonderful community in City Heights.
And we have students in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, about 1,200 of them. And at last count, we had close to 40 different languages spoken on our campus. Our students feed into Hoover High School, so much of our curriculum, much of our program is really teaching students how to become good students, getting good study habits, how to think through problems, how to approach things so that when they not only are done here and move on to Hoover or wherever they might go to high school, then they can go on to San Diego State or wherever they may go to college and have those skill sets to be able to be successful.
Yesterday I wanted to get out of school. Oh, okay. Good. Deep breath. 1, 2, 3. It's an amazing thing to have a clinic on site. For our families and our students, it's just wonderful.
Another wonderful thing that we have for our students and families here is our community-based health clinic. It's located right on our campus. It's a wonderful program that not only our students and their families, but students within the community that attend our feeder schools have access. The beauty of our system now is it's right here. They can go right next door, see a doctor, and literally within minutes, if they're going to return back to class, they're on their way back to class. That not only has helped with our health situation, It's definitely helped in our attendance situation. Now students are back in class. We have a place right here at Monroe Clark within the community where students can be seen. They're a little bit more confident about the care that students are receiving now.
High school, to me, is the most exciting part of this sort of K-12 experience for kids. You arrive here and really you get to start making choices about your path. There's something for everybody at Hoover, and this is your neighborhood school. It's less prescriptive here. You get to make some elective choices. You get to make some decisions about which classes you want to take and which options you want to exercise and what you want to do with your time after school. And do you want to go find a job after school? Do you want to get involved in athletics, or do you want to try to balance both? To test your mettle and sort of set a course for what happens after high school. This is super exciting for us.
City Heights partnership coming together, Hoover Cluster being out there, to me it says that our children are important. It says that I understand that tomorrow they're going to be making the decisions, and we need to prepare them so that they'll make the right decisions that's going to be beneficial to everyone.
Now, it's about building relationships. We talk about that in the cluster. We're building relationships to do this tremendously challenging job of educating all children regardless of their background, regardless of their abilities. We're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. And we have to build relationships as adults to do that work, but we also have to make sure we do the same thing with our children.
Align every single dollar, every single action to affect the social and academic outcomes of our students. That group of people is ready to go. We have what it takes to fundamentally change the paradigm around how to serve students who come from poverty. We know how to do it. It's a matter of having the political will and the courage of multiple agencies coming together in a united way to serve our students.
Hello, my name is Jasmine, and when I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer.
When I grow up, I want to be a scientist and businessman.
My name is Ajak, and I want to be a biologist.
The teachers, parents, and organizations working together in the City Heights Partnership for Children are out to prove that a zip code does not have to determine what their children can achieve. In a country where the education system is challenged on a daily basis, the Partnership for Children is using a holistic approach to narrow the achievement gap and give all students an equal chance to succeed.